Imagine a world where invisible forces shape everything, yet most people have no idea they exist. Radiation isn't something you can see, touch, or taste, but today, it's everywhere. In medicine, in power, even in the smartphone in your pocket. But just over a century ago, this world was unknown, and one person more than any other pulled back the curtain to reveal it. Marie Curie was a pioneer, the first person ever to win 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences, and the first woman to win it all. But her legacy is so much deeper than just those accolades. She mapped out a new frontier, the age of radioactivity. Let's reflect for a moment on how a single discovery can ripple outward, not just through science, but through every aspect of society. In her time, the very concept of an atom, the ancient, indivisible building block of matter, was being shaken to its core. When Curie and her husband Pierre set out to investigate the strange, invisible rays first noticed by Henri Becquerel, they had no idea they were on the verge of revealing a hidden architecture beneath ordinary reality. Consider this passage from Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass, section 31. "And I say to mankind, be not curious about God, for I who am curious about each am not curious about God. No array of terms can say how much I am at peace about God and about death. I hear and behold God in every object, yet understand God not in the least." Curie's curiosity was all-consuming. She wasn't searching for divine explanations. She was curious about each thing, pushing past what could be seen to find what lay beneath. From raw ores, she isolated elements, first polonium, then radium, that revealed the atom as a dynamic, restless entity, rather than a static, eternal particle. What Whitman captures poetically is the same drive that compelled Curie to look closer, to refuse to accept the limits of common knowledge, to bring light and sometimes danger into view. Curie coined the term radioactivity. She and Pierre spent years laboring over pitch blende, hauling tons of mineral through relentless experiments in a makeshift, freezing shed. Most would have stopped after months. She carried on for years, her fingers scarred, her laboratory filled with glowing dust. The aim was not glory or wealth, but understanding. What forces are embedded in ordinary matter? What energies play at the edges of perception? From her own writing in Pierre Curie, Curie's memoir about her husband's life, one never notices what has been done. One can only see what remains to be done. This idea, never satisfied, always searching for the next question, describes the scientific mindset she embodied. She showed that scientific progress is not a series of easy triumphs, but a relentless process of struggle, discovery, then more questions. Even after isolating new elements, Curie wondered about their nature, their interactions, their dangers. With the discovery of radioactivity, the world entered a new era, one where time itself could be measured by atomic decay, and the energy binding matter together could, with enough ingenuity, be tapped for everything from cancer treatment to nuclear power. Pause for a moment to consider the words from Rainer Maria Rilke's Letters to a Young Poet. Letter number 8. Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are now written in a very foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers, which cannot be given you, because you would not be able to live them. This patience, to love the unsolved, to sit with the strange and unfamiliar, is at the heart of Curie's work with radioactivity. For years, the properties of radium and polonium were ill-defined, sometimes dangerous, always fascinating. There was no immediate way to harness or even measure their full power. Yet Curie pressed onward, motivated by something beyond the hope of quick answers. a willingness to sit with the vastness of what was not yet known, and perhaps unknowable. Curie's research was a catalyst for a wave of scientific discovery across the world. The structure of the atom, the quantum revolution, the development of nuclear energy, all these trace a line back to the pitch-blende dust caking Marie's skin as she peered to the unknown. From Percy Bysshe Shelley's poem Ozymandias, lines 11-14. And on the pedestal, these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. Shelley's lines serve as a reminder that even the greatest works may fade, but knowledge, curiosity, remains. Curie's shimmering samples of radium that once lit the dark lab with an eerie blue light are now stored with caution behind heavy shielding. The objects fade, but her insights continue to shape the world. It's tempting to romanticize Curie's heroism, but her legacy is also a cautionary tale. The very rays she revealed did irreparable damage to human tissue. Unprotected, she and those around her grew ill. She would eventually die of aplastic anemia, likely linked to her work with radioactive materials. The glimmer of radium under her microscope was mesmerizing and lethal. The dual-edged power of radioactivity is perhaps best summed up by J. Robert Oppenheimer's reflection from the Bhagavad Gita as he witnessed the first atomic detonation. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. In the hands of scientists, radioactivity became a tool for destruction, culminating in the atomic bomb, reshaping global politics and the very idea of human power. Yet, it's also used for hope, in fighting cancer, fueling deep space probes, sterilizing medical equipment. Curie's own words from a speech to the Sorbonne in 1921 capture her belief in the power of science to transform society for good. You cannot hope to build a better world without improving the individuals. To that end, each of us must work for our own improvement and at the same time share a general responsibility for all humanity. She never saw her work as merely individual triumph. Science is a collective, cumulative pursuit. Its gifts come with responsibility, always. What does it mean, then, to live in the age of radioactivity? For most of human history, matter was passive, a vessel for forces from without. With Curie's discoveries, we learned that matter itself holds vast, almost unimaginable power. Today, everything from smoke detectors to cancer therapies to nuclear submarines uses radioactivity. Our phones rely on rare earth elements explored through techniques first pioneered in the Curie lab. Even the age of ancient stars is measured through the decay of uranium and thorium, tools that started with the discovery of radium. But if radioactivity reveals hidden dangers, it also shows us hidden marvels. DNA, the code of life itself, was first glimpsed thanks to X-ray diffraction, a method rooted in the physics that sprang from Curie's era. Tracing the invisible lines, science has mapped both the peril and the promise in the smallest pieces of reality. Let's return to poetry for a moment with Emily Dickinson's lines. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Curie's resilience, her determination to keep looking deeper, is a kind of hope with feathers. Her tune was discovery, even when the words were dangerous or elusive. It's easy to focus on her as a solo genius, but her story is also one of partnership. Pierre, yes, but also the many unknown lab assistants, students, and successors who carried her questions forward. Her legacy endures not just in textbooks or museum exhibits, but in the curiosity that pushes every scientist onward. She helped expose the layers under the surface of our world, forcing us all to grapple with the complexity of nature, the risks of knowledge, and the responsibilities of power. As we continue to use the gifts and face the dilemmas of radioactivity, it's worth remembering that discovery begins with curiosity, is maintained by perseverance, and is weighted with the need for wisdom. Think about what questions we aren't even asking yet, about matter, energy, or society, and how today's unknowns might become tomorrow's revolutions. Just as atoms weren't always thought of as dynamic, and light wasn't always considered a wave or a particle, so too might the coming age reveal secrets we can hardly dream of now. Marie Curie's legacy is not just the catalog of things she discovered, but the example she set. The courage to seek, the humility to question, and the hope that understanding the world, even in its most dangerous forms, can make us more aware of our place within it. The age of radioactivity is still unfolding. New energies, new dangers, new marvels may yet emerge. Our challenge as inheritors of Curie's era is to be as curious, as patient, and as responsible as she was. To love the questions, to persist through uncertainty, and to wield our knowledge wisely. And as the invisible rays continue to shape our world, we're reminded that what we don't see can change everything. All we need to do is keep asking and keep looking just a little closer.